Now then, a new node, hopefully successfully. It is the third try, the last try. New. Post shit everywhere and pretend that we know what we're doing. Well, one can hope. Okay, that would not be good because that would mean that I would hear myself, and I don't like that idea at all. Teams around getting. Now, okay, I'm on the wrong menu. That explains why you are not loading. Of course it does. Yes, I see. Yes, yes. And so why do I have my own page open? That's strange. Now then. Well, assume that we are live now. Mostly, hopefully, definitively, maybe indeed. Yes, welcome little people. Wait, it's loading? Oh, hello there, it's a little papagag. A long time no see. You actually... Oh, I don't think you missed one. Actually, the next annual stream would be on the weekend, if memory serves. I have interesting timing there. But maybe I have something else for you. A little Crusader Kings game. That's quite fun. Also, how are you? Being good? Where is my... Okay, why is it not on my list? There it is. It was hiding from me. Today we're gonna take a bit of a look at the nice little Crusader Kings 3 as soon as it has finished loading everything. First, you're gonna get a little intro. Because I'm bored. No, I actually had some free time and I was playing around with stuff. Now you have stuff like this. Isn't that sweet? Also, it's not that long, which makes it ideal in time to prepare my pack. Now then, let's switch things around and go like, wham! Crusader King 3. Haven't seen this one in a while. But today, since it's actually got a new DLC, and it was like, yeah, let's take a look and play around. And since we're not seriously playing, we're gonna create a character. A count, to be very much precise. The Count of Ostfriesland. Why, you might wonder, it's actually once lived in good old Ostfriesland. And I feel very much the need to play it again. Now then, we have options. We can be Berta, apparently, who looks very much like she's not pleased with me. Okay, let's change that. At least be a man. And just your average man. Catholicism, Germanic. What do you give me names? Dieter. Johann. Nikolaus. Karlmann. Philipp, Victor, Ulrich, Ruprecht. What if we go for Catholic? We get a lot more names. Doesn't really fit me. Gottschalk. Gerlach. Why do you take names that nobody would ever name their poor little child? That's just cruel. Karl. Yeah, that's pretty basic. I don't know. If I just click a few hundred times, will I get something neat? Well, okay, we are Heinrich now. Ooh, I can design my... Oh, I can design my weapons and... Well, not my weapons, but my logo thingy. Coat of arms. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. It didn't come to me. Okay. Yeah, let's make it easy, why don't we? Something like this, and something like this, and now we change one of its colors to... Are you the right one? Yes. See. Easy as that. We now have a coat of arms. Okay, let's make us young. We're gonna be the Count of Ostfriesland. Must be gospel, I do like that. Yeah, 16. Okay, let's at least be an adult. How about that? Also, I don't really want to waste too much time, but it is fun to play around with. That's actually a fortune builder. Yes, I'm gonna be good at it. Let's not be married and we have the option to look for things. Oh god! You spend time in a German camp? You are the one leading the camp. I see. Let's go for a nice in between there. Otherwise I'm going to die. What can I actually add to you that would be interesting? Can be a wise man, apparently. Physician. The flagellant. I can be possessed. That's neat. Starting game, not even in the game, already has Lover's Box. Ooh, son of a bitch. Oh yeah, actually we can start a breeding program right off the bat and become a genius. That sounds neat. Yes, let's try to breed a few geniuses. Sounds like a good plan. Why not? Sure. We are the Count Heinrich of Friesland now. And rip. Now then, since I haven't played this game in a while, I actually need to take an educated look around. Remember how to actually play this. No player. That's the problem. Ooh, it's nice. I get into the tutorial screen again. No, I don't get it any longer. Wealth focus. Yes, wealth sounds good. We need money. Money is always a good start. Can demand payment. Like taxes effectiveness. Yes. Sounds very, very useful. No, what else do we have? We are not married. We can choose women here. Isn't there a better option to do this? Relevance. Ooh, I can go by filters. Anything, basically, right now we're looking at anything that is fertile. That's good, I suppose. Can I look for anything else? Alliance power, prestige gain. Alliance power. Why do the Irish give me alliance power? They're not really useful allies if they're sitting on the other side of the canal. Are they now? What would be good actually? What do we suck at? We suck, well, not that much, honestly. I guess more stewardship would be neat. Let's see, you are a 17-year-old, temperate, arrogant, impatient, splendid-looking woman, and you're French. That's a crime against humanity. Last time I checked. But well, Bavarians, you know, I know how the Bavarians speak. Imagining that some poor fucker has to actually, do the deed in the sheets of somebody speaking the Bavarian dialect. Same with the Saxon dialect, actually. Gives me many, many feelings. Just not arousal, to be completely fair. And again, she's quick. Is that a sacrifice I'm willing to make? Also, if you're interested, just, look up people speaking Saxon and imagining somebody moaning like that. You get the picture very, very, very quickly. Well, it's not my sacrifice. Is there anything else I need to know about you? Doesn't really seem like it. It's also going to cost me some prestige, but blah. What's prestige anyway? I can declare war. I can hire a court physician. I should probably hire a court physician because I have a tendency to die in these games for mystifistical reasons rather quickly. My chancellor can also be my... that's interesting. I don't know if that is a good choice. I mean, I could also take somebody who absolutely hates me. Why does my spy master hate me so much? That's not good. In fact of the matter, that's actually very bad. That's a good way to get yourself assassinated. Well, I guess, yeah, let's please the church a bit. Because I'm not endorsed by you. Let's sway you. So that you might become my friend. Now, let me check my menus, because, as I said, I kind of haven't looked at this game in a while, so I need to remember what the options is. The problem, I'm far more used to playing with Crusader Kings 2, which kind of, leaves me a bit confused when I change, because it's like, what the fuck is going on here? No then. Nah. Oh yeah, Crown Authority. That's a thing. And if I wanted to change it to Primogenitor, would need high Crown Authority. The German culture does not have the Primogenitor innovation, which means I'm fucked. Because I can't be changes, which means we'll have problem actually keeping any realm together. Quite a while, actually. That's a problem, alright. Military. We have men at arms, pikemen to be precise. We have no knights. Guess we can just wait this out for a moment. Yeah, let's have a council. Okay. Council. Domestic affairs. That sounds useful. If he's doing a good job of it. Collect taxes. Organize the army and disrupt. I really want to get rid of her though. She hates me. Why do you hate me so much? Cultural captains and Catholicism's evil. Well, we found ourselves a heretic immediately. What can we do with you? We can try to imprison her. It's tyranny. Hello there. General. Gamer SK. On the YouTube side of things, of all things. Found an interesting route to this particular nonsense. I see. Yeah, well, I shall welcome you nonetheless, no matter where they come from. Welcome one and welcome all they shall be. And that's you again. Oh, I see you on both sides. Interesting. So you're on the YouTube side of things too. I see, I see. That's interesting. Also, it's very, very unusual to, read your name like that. I will still, just call you Papa Gag. That's easier. A lot easier. Alright, I'm gonna get confused, and I don't want to be confused. Now then, we shall slay you most brutally, and we can do shit all. I guess I could call a hunt, but that's not going to help me. Now, which would be a good part, actually. What am I part of? The Kingdom of Frisia, which means we are under the Netherlands at this point. Who is my liege? Jarl Hurek. No. Jarl Hemmingson of Holland. Yes, indeed. Yes, Hemmingson. That's something I can work with. Fuck you too. And your name. And everything you stand for. Jesus Christ, that's brutal. I would murder that name anyway, so let's completely ignore that. So how can I get rid of you? I mean, I kind of want to get rid of his protection and move on to somebody else. Okay, you're under the King of Lothringer, so that's basically... So we're part of the larger kingdom here, I see. It ain't bad. If they play it well, that is, and the AI can be somewhat strange. Also, I can declare war on the Jarl Wes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, no. I don't see us winning that at all. Actually, let's focus on how about policies for a bit. Let's actually go a bit slower and press the play button and see what happens. Because I'm not going to fuck with somebody who can curb stomp me that brutally. Yes, amicable indeed I shall be to you. I mean, you like me somewhat. My wife. A Bavarian Catholic. That's good. As an influential count, it's only fair that you have a voice on my council. And we're going to the fact that you the Chancellor of Poland. Not bad, actually. For a while, I think we're going to play nice with our Liege Lord, because I feel that we're going to get the shit beaten out of us otherwise. And I don't really feel like losing the game just yet. I guess it's going to be the good old sit around and wait game for a few turns. I really would like to get rid of my Spy Master though, because that woman hates me. I could try to seduce her. How about we dismiss her? Raboom, go away. Okay. It's one of those things that people really like to forget, but a spy master that hates you is not good. You make a decent spy, but you are my steward. You are sucking somewhat at your job, but you have a chance of actually liking me, so... Oh boy. And the endorsement should follow soonish. But that's faster than trying to actually get somebody at -97 to like me. Believe me, I tried. I mean, I guess technically speaking, since we are not really playing for achievement or serious gaming, we could potentially have just created an overpowered character to fucking hell. But it kind of takes some of the fun out of this, I think. So yeah, that's reasonable and wait. I do like the map, honestly. In Crusader 3, somewhat. Maybe it's just because I'm too used to the Crusader 2 map, but I look sometimes find myself going like, meh, why? Strangers brought before me. He's been waiting outside the castle gates for a week. You look very well fit for somebody who has waited for a week, my friend. Hmm. Well, sure, praise God. Why do you suddenly look like a Viking? He comes in dressed all nicely, in robes and stuff, and the next you know, he's turning around and goes like, whoop. Something else. Oh yeah, actually, before I forget about it, yes. Regarding the Anno stream, the next one, this week is a bit short on Anno because I have some things to, other things I wanted to play. Nice. But we will be playing Anno on the weekend, depending on how things go. Actually, either on Saturday, because Saturday is planned to be a double stream if things work out that way. Or if that doesn't work out because something goes horribly wrong, which can happen, mind you, happens all the time actually, then we will actually have it on Sunday. Well, I'm just missing an ass lot of money. Hybrid culture formed. Norse Gale hybrid culture from the Northern Gaelic cultures. It's interesting. I really forget that, well, all things considered, the Crusader Kings 3 actually has quite a few options already, even though it's a paradox game, which usually means, put it mildly, they don't really like to put too much in, because, you know, everything they don't put in can actually be put on as a little, oh, there's some music, as a little thing, what's it called? DLC. An oath for profit. While out on later in the particular merchant, blah blah blah. Greetings, my lord. You have an exquisite assortment of wares. Lose 5. You gain 50 stewardship shot nonsense. I have a 27. You strike 27. You lose all right. No, the detail of this bauble intrigues me greatly. Your agony skills were inadequate. You lost 5 and gained 50 points in stewardship. You acquired your first inventory artifact. These artifacts can carried on your person and provide various benefits. I see. Ooh, look at that. Look at how fancy it is. I can equip my character. This has become an RPG all of a sudden. Lavender Jade Pendant. Current holder is me. It gives me piety. Okay, how do I... Ah, okay, like this. I just pick it. I mean, I don't have all the other shit, but that's cool. Inventory system. Really feels like I'm in an RPG suddenly. Well, the sun in the first try, I'll be fucking damned. Hmm. You're really not lucky with the names, are you? Hmm. Yes, you shall be Sigismund. Because I want to torture you. Now, we are holding all of this, but we can't build shit on it because we are, well, somewhat poor. Actually, we're making a good amount of money because I'm a... Not Midas Touch, what's the one below that? Fortune Builder. Also means I can potentially hold a lot of land, but honestly, since the system that we have right now is the Confederate system, which means that my lands will always get split up between my children. I can try to get rid of some children. You can't directly murder them, let's say it like this. But there are ways. It's a hassle though, so actually expanding outright doesn't really seem like it's gonna do me much good. I should try to convert their culture though, so that they become German. Where's my culture man? Culture man? Claim, religious, convert faith in country. Root culture. Make them German, please. It will take 11 years to make those bloody freaking Netherland big dogs into proper Germans. Tis what we like to call in the business a pain in the ass. A good one. Now you're good at this, right? So we actually lost money because of you. How the fuck did you? Did you? No, I lost prestige. Right, I'm an idiot. I lost prestige. You're not assisting me there, but we should make more money now. Yeah. Okay. I just looked at it wrong. I don't even mean anything bad by that. Hey, 5 renown. Nobody knows our name. Know where we come from. Cost 0.36 to have that. In unraised maintenance, mind you. We can create another one. I guess since I have pikemans already, bowmans would be a nice addition. Or light footmen, honestly, for that matter. Technically speaking, you want to have onagas if you want to siege anything, because otherwise sieging takes a long, long while. Kinda. But... I don't really want to spend the money right off the bat, honestly. I kind of want to save up a bit. Which would be a lot easier if I were a big guy, but I'm not. Actually, funnily enough, well, most people do kind of enjoy playing with the big countries, kingdoms, well, more kingdoms and empires, basically. Personally, I always enjoyed playing the smaller one, and, you know, allows me to watch a bit of the world, what's happening all over the fucking giant fucking map, where you can see everything and anything. Well, all that is well and truly. There's nothing here, you know. Nothing, I say. The Americans, as you know them, they are not existing. They never have been. Yes, believe me, these are not the Americans you're looking for. Also not the Druids you're looking for, but also not the Americans you're looking for, because they don't exist. Defensive measures. It gives me 4 level and garrison size. That's minus for construction cost of buildings, holdings, and all of the nonsense. You can use the claim throne scheme against your liege. Can I now? Attempt to claim the throne of Holland. Dream is successfully get a pressed claim on Duchy of Holland. Scheme is executed and secrecy is kept. You avoid losing a large amount of prestige. I'm ill. That's not good. Counter peasant high or low does not matter. In the end, we're all mortals. Apart from those of us who pick up the immortal trait. Do no more than what is necessary. A little brighter. Mulder declared that the best course of treatment would be some rest. That's reasonable. He surrounded me in soft pillows and gently tucked me in under many layers of blankets. Before I left my chambers, Mulder pulled my curtains shut. It was noon. Some extra sleep turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated. The world seems a little brighter. Aw, isn't that sweet? A far cry from such generous, gruesome treatments like getting, stung by bees over and over. You'd be surprised by what sort of nonsense I had to suffer in good old-fashioned Crusader Kings 2 just to get so far. Actually go a bit faster and see what's happening in the world. While we wait patiently for money to come our way. A tribal duchy rank realm. Yeah, I don't really see what we can do there. Actually, can I make a faction? Faction target, thank you. Against my liege. Create an independence faction, create a liberty faction. Only seeks to lower crown authority. Create claimant faction. Members of this claimant faction supports a pretender targeting a title belonging to the liege. Pick a claimant. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in that list. Yeah, I don't think we can actually do much about our liege at this point. Well, not as long as he has that many troops, at least. Doesn't really seem like a good option, now does it? I don't care if you're not swayed, honestly. Good to be back again. Well, let's create many children, because we don't have anything to lose. But let's see, what is actually under you? The Count of Zealand, and that is basically it. Okay, so everything else is ruled by you directly. Your liege king. Now we do have discount, but he too has a bit too much power. Who's the weakest of the bunch at the moment? That would indeed be you, my little friend. Maybe a good idea to create a claim on Zealand and try to get my hands into Zealand. Hampton Castle, can construct building, that's neat. Probably do something about that. It also means we would probably be wise to do something about that. Royal Court. I can't do it because I'm not a King Emperor. Real shit. I can't even use that new fucking feature because I'm not part of that. Yep. That is not good. It's indeed not good at all. Okay, if I increase this to the next one. Unraised maintenance 06. Yeah, let's get ourselves some Onikars. In wise preparations of what's to come, basically. Because if this fires off, we kind of want to be ready to do something about it. It's basically the only asshole we can potentially beat. We have 309 troops. We can probably compensate for that. Oh, owner gas. And how much would you cost? 75. Okay. We are making 2 gold pieces a month. That's not bad. Not to start off with. Anyway. Oh, my son is growing. Never a dull moment. Good sign. My wife becomes better at what she's doing. Vassals, but I don't have any vassals yet. that list is surprisingly empty. As in, really surprisingly empty. Also, this is still going to take a long time. But it will increase... Potentially, that is, my taxes and my levies. Good. County need. There's tumultuous times for the county of Friesland. Report after report arrives detailing the dire state of affairs in the area. Peasants have started muttering about alternative solutions. Well, no, handle the issue personally sounds good. The barony of Wilhelmshaven. Wilhelmshaven is actually a rather important port area for Germany, which kind of is a problem because Germany doesn't exist at this point in time. I mean, technically speaking, a bit later we should have Prussia coming along. You know, this one here going bigger, a lot bigger actually, becoming very, very dominant. And, well, if you compare this to the map of Canterbury and Rouen, it's like, Memel. There was a bit of a conflict about that, wasn't there? Because of course, you know. Danzig. Königsberg, which are not existing yet, technically speaking, but still. Now, maybe we should make a claim a bit early on. Just a tiny bit early on. Oh dear. It's still going to take a while. So we should spend that time to actually up our armies as much as we can. Because we will need them, actually. And, pikemen are neat. Really neat, but, I think I would like to have a few more. Just saying. What was that one saying about how the attacker of a fort needs like 10 times the numbers of the defender, or something like that, I think. Since I can't really use the royal court when I'm not a king or an emperor, I might actually have to start a new game with that. I don't want to learn about cultures. There's only one culture. German culture. Everything else is just heresy. Most vile heresy. I have decided so, and that shall be how it is. None shall stand before my unbelievable wisdom in this particular matter. 69 coins. Da, 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 da. And my wife is pregnant again. A good sign. Now then, how does your army look? 3, 4, 9. We're a little bit, the tiniest little bit above that. I mean, we're still filling up our rooster here, so there's that to consider. Our full maintenance is 2.16. That's a lot of money. That's putting it mildly. I have a daughter now. Come on, give me a good name here. Yeah, Sophie. Sophie sounds nice. Cradle by sickness. Well, in God's hand. That doesn't sound promising. Really, really not promising. Monthly income while at war. That would be helpful because I will actually pay a lot of money when I'm at war and raising my troops. And of course we will be at war soonish. Actually, can I just march over there already? How much longer is it actually? 3 months. Have I raised all my troops and marched them over there? Actually, let's make a safe game and try this out. Be sneaky about it, basically. Okay, you should have more troops than that. They're not raised. That explains it. That explains actually a lot. Now then, every army, every last man. Well, because, you know, we're civilized people, we're using our men to fight and not our women or our children. Not yet, at least. Not yet that deep down the rabbit hole, I shall say. Not yet. Time will come. Time will come indeed. Costs me 72 gold. See, done. I cannot do it while in depth, and I cannot do it while my armies are raised. I see. Okay, so we first need to go out of debt. Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. My wife is getting fucking pregnant all the time now. Who is dead? My chancellor is dead. We have a good chancellor. One of my knights is actually a good chancellor. Do foreign affairs, please. Okay, we need to get out of debt fast. Fast forward to the future. I have another daughter. Who shall be named... Yeah, Barbara. Why? Why not? Actually, my dearest of lieges, do you have children? You have a child to your name. I shall very much arrange a marriage for you. Oh, I would if your child wasn't a fucking daughter. Bit of a problem, that one. Because, well, I only have daughters too. No, that's actually wrong. I have a son, don't I? I wouldn't accept. Well, because it's a primary heir and you don't have anyone else to take the throne. And she couldn't produce any heirs if she would be married to a man like myself. Arrangements per the red. Yeah, vessel text, that sounds neat. Let's cut some cornerstones. Because I do plan to build up some things in the near future. Lines about legacy. The latest work of my liege, blah blah, has come all the rage at court of late. Wondering what we leave behind. Sure. Come on, game. Put me out of debt, please. We're still like a few years away from actually making more people, actually. Because right now, they're inferior in any way, shape, or form. No, another son, eh? Well, Michael's actually not a bad name. We will have a Michael now. Little Michael. Son and heir 6 million to be raised by Reynolds. No thank you, you're gonna make them wrong. The weakness that has plagued my daughter since her birth has finally released its hold on her. Relief washes over me as I see Sophie running around with all the other children. Yay, little Sophie, you look well fed. Now then, we are finally out of debt. Okay. Quick save game because I fear combat. Yes, call me Craven if you must. That's a very good point. 334 you have. 418 I have. Technically not an unwinnable battle. I have claims on you. Raise all my armies! March on the capital city. March like you have never marched before, proud soldiers of the very strangely positioned German. Make me proud. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just, you know, don't question it, just believe. Believe in me that believes in you. That believes basically that you could be tomorrow a greater person. Or something. Very motivating. I should probably not make speeches. Yes. That's not. It would suck at it. Move a bit faster, please. Okay, the Battle of Middleburg seems to be going in my favor for so far. Seems to be reasonably going in my favor so far. Okay, let's make this. Because I can actually gain maybe a vessel. Knight was wounded. No, not a knight. We don't have that many of them. Kind of need to be sparse with them. And the enemy army seems to be beat. You know what, let's siege this one down. And my wife is pregnant again, because of course my wife is pregnant again. My wife is always pregnant. Okay, how long will this take? Maximum 5 months. And yeah, he's just standing there, you know, hitting his shield like, well, I'm standing in front of your gate, now open. Open sesame. We have 20 siege weapons. We are making progress. It is slow, but deliberate progress. Holy war for the chiefdom of Bodrock, my lieges don't care. Was Frieslander claim on the country of Zealand? Because of course we need to we need to capture Zealand. I think we're gonna win against your army. No, one of my knights was slain. You assholes. It's not nice. You don't slay my enemies. Where's your honor, you bitch boys? To be fair, you know, let's not question my honor in this whole debate is because, well... Just let's not. No, we're at 63%. I think the war effort so far is going rather well. I would kind of like to gain him as a vessel, though, which is technically not possible because we're both counts, so... Bit of a problem in that one. I kind of would have to become a duke. If I became a duke, I would have less problems, because I don't lose my vessels, at least. Station. I shall decline. I shall enforce my demands. Hostage taken, you get the country of Zealand. Enforce my demands. Okay, we're once again at peace. Spend all of them. We have gained Middleburg. A nice little nothing with nothing. Yes. That's great. My chancellor did again. I'm kind of running out of good chancellors. Let's see if we can find somebody to invite. Can I actually do this in this game too? What option are we looking for? Find character. In diplomatic range, that is not a ruler. It's an adult. Don't care about the gender. It's not imprisoned. Don't care about the rest actually. Can I say invite to court? Yes. I don't see it honestly. Out of all the top candidates, nobody's really willing to come along, eh? Fine then. I will assign Nicholas to this most holy job. Try do some inland work first, because I think you are not very well suited for anything else, honestly. That guy has a long way to go. But hey, we gained our first little bit of territory. Now the Duchy of Holland is still big, and my dearest liege, Liege Lord, is still rather tough. Okay. Another son, Leopold. I'm pretty sure he holds everything else himself. Yep, he does. That is the slightest bit of a problem. Because I don't think he's actually going to, you know, give me any of that. And I guess sooner or later I will have to go to war with him, because, well, he's going to keep me down quite a while. In order to do that, though, we need to actually build up our military even more than we have right now. For 25 I can get a new knight. Sounds like pretty sweet deal so far. So yeah, we really need to up them. Even then, I don't think we'll actually have a chance. That's 625 plus 30. 645. That ain't the numbers we need. That would put us a good 400 soldiers down. Yeah, focus here for that aren't there. Child, you can learn from me about being Midas touched. Well, or almost Midas touched, that is. We do need to do something about that, though. Now, the one who would do that is my... No more than necessary. He made it worse. Traded his arms. He pulled a leech from the jar and gave it the most tender look before carefully placing it on my face. That's great. You better fucking... You've hit my face to a leech. Well, and in 7 years' time, the county of Zealand will become... end up becoming the culture of the German culture. Yes, I mean, look at this man. He just speaks German from, you know, without words. His face alone just says German. In bold letters. That doesn't seem useful. Growth in realm capital plus 30 a month. Level reinforcement rate plus 100. Popular opinion plus 50. Domain limit plus 2. Damn it. Powerful vessel con, blah blah. Council opinions. Council opinions sounds pretty damn useful for me. I think my councillors, generally speaking, don't like me overly much. Well, I can't really do much about that now, can I? It's kinda my own fault. Salt on the boot. While I was at the market with Sigismund, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in a pilroy. Sigismund watched from him for a while. Just brought his eyes and kept on walking. Well, yeah, a criminal deserves nothing but pure, undiluted hatred. Yes, yes. How long did you say it will take me to befriend them? A whooping 7 years. And I mean, I get sick easily, but I also get back up again. For your young son to be raised perennial. You know, merchant has sent me samples of seeds. I could start a garden. Let's start a garden. The seeds refuse to grow. Well, that's great. And culture German. Ugh, Dutch. In another 11 years' time, Zealand will finally understand what it means to be German. Just 11 years of telling them about the good things, about the beer. Ahead of another feast is the Indian of my liege, Duke blah blah, Major Arnie apparently pays me a visit. Okay, let's try it. Spinning student does not seem overly impressed with the dancers. Well, at least we tried our best. Sure, heartfelt. Yes, very heartfelt. It still takes about 6 years to make the County of Zealand finally stop being an asshole. Children like guardians. Who? My daughter Sophie. Sophie, learn from your mother. You too, learn from your mother. Well, my haggling skills were poor. Sigismund has been asking me for stickers for a long time, and I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his study. Do it off. Well, so. Must focus on the boons he already possesses. He must, otherwise, urbaness is in his future. Please like me more, like me even more than before. Just because I tell you so. Nothing new. It will take me 75 more, but I get 100 gold rupees out of it. It's nice. Although they're really not the best, I mean. They counter light cavalry, heavy cavalry, camel cavalry, and elephant cavalry, but I don't think most of the enemies on the field yet use those. Let's say I would start a scheme to execute you. Probably see. I can't really do much about him. I guess I could try to murder him. 55%, Jesus Christ, yeah, no. I don't think that's going to get me far. But he's old. If he dies and one of his young children takes over, then, you know, his troops will suffer quite a bit for it. I would rather enjoy taking it. Well, great, I'm getting raided. Someone's plotting to kill my steward. It's not very nice of him. It's a neutral army. I'm just kinda wondering who would actually march there. If it might be my dear... Wait, my liege is dead. Well, the army's reduced. Not to the degree that I would need, sadly enough. 619. Even with that, we don't really stand much of a chance here. Maybe I can actually marry into him. Arrange marriage between you and one of my daughters. Where are my daughters? When I need them. Yeah, my son, basically. Could you not love me for a second or something? It would be most pleasant. But of course not. That would be too easy. The Steward of Frisia. I guess we can play nice for a while longer. At least pretend to be nice. You're not really raiding my lands, are you? You're raiding the land next to me. I mean, I have no problem with that. Also, as long as you let me be in peace, basically. And let another 4 years pass so we can actually make sure that the people of Zealand become peaceful, nice, paying the taxes properly. Right now they're not actually paying the taxes properly. Because, you know, minus 50%. And that's minus 25%. Yeah, it's kinda... That's really, really sucky. Sucky much. Well, somebody tries to murder him. I'm not too worried. Hmm. Yeah, no. Playing around with that is probably going to backfire somewhat fiercely. I guess, options-wise, waiting it out is where it's at. I mean, it's only like 3 years left. Is with child and should be overjoyed. It's back strange. Let's look into this discreetly. It seems that my fears have been unfounded. Despite a rare effort on the part of my spies, I have found no indication. Been unfaithful. Unfortunately, she has found out about my suspicions and is very disappointed. Of course, I trusted you all along. Yeah, it's not going to fly, my friend. I don't think your wife is just going to be like, oh, sure. I believe you. My counselors like me more. That is very, very precious. Another son named Peter. It shall be so. You shall be a Peter. I have decided. Such is your glory. Sigismund comes of age. A skilled tactician. He's a pretty damn good marshal, but not as good as my marshal. He would make a good steward. Actually a better one than what I have now. I kinda don't want to disturb him doing his job. Well, Sigismund, you can be... Can I make you a knight? Yeah, he's actually my knight. Alliance power. It's many enemies and potentially allies far away. Wiesbaden. It's not that far away. Someone else. My wife is once again absent from her chambers. Indistant lately. Lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Not to her satisfaction. She's simply busy. Would she be warming someone else's bed? Her every move will be watched. Now we have a Baron as a friend. Start. Center between the market stalls. Set my advice at a local stonemason. Perfect geometry. Sound investment. My wife suddenly appears at my side. Word of advice. Have a look at the Julia's stall over there. This might be simple, but the potential is great. What's happening here? Let me see. Oh, we have somebody putting in a UAG. Uranus scored 69. You have a very interesting naming sense there, my friend. I'll give you that much. At the very least. Oh, thank you very much. You have a good naming sense. I shall remember you in the near future. Hey, my son. Learn from the best, which is me. Other son. You know what? I'm gonna teach you too. How to be a good ruler. A very good ruler. A peaceful ruler. Absolutely no intention of murdering, you know, the world. And we have one Baron on our side, which just gives us an ally with a bit of strength. Well, not much, but well, you know. Gotta start somewhere. How does it look from a young little Dukey? A whole 3 minutes, eh? Had to think about the just ideal way how to work that 69 in there, don't ya? Well, understandable. It is the funny internet number. Well, one of them at least. One I know of. Very, very much knowledge has been ingrained into my head at this point about random nonsense. Never thought I'd learn that much random nonsense, but here we are. And I'm still not feeling satisfied with my numbers. I mean, you can win a battle with inferior numbers. I just don't feel the need to try it. Heresy. Cut us in Neustria. Let's not. I will not invest in heresy just yet. Honestly, the only good part of investing into a heresy is when you're actually at a position of power where you can influence how things go. Otherwise, the rest of your neighbors are just going to basically hate you. For good reason. Because you're a fucking heretic. And this is basically the beginning of a very horrible time. The church was like, I'm all powerful. What am I going to do with all of my power? Yes, let's enrich ourselves further. Shall we not? Which they then did most prominently for quite a long while. And I just want to have Uranus God, but I created a new account on the Xbox. And if I didn't use any numbers after my name, Microsoft would just put some random numbers. I see, To be fair, I'm not too experienced with the Xbox, always have been a bit of a, you know, Sony's PlayStation boy, to be completely fair. Although only up to PlayStation 3, so a long while ago. Didn't know that, that's interesting, I see. That's why I choose the magical number of 69. Well then, Mr. Anus God. Still, all in good taste. Let's try to find some secrets actually about my wife. Also, I'm known for my dedication to my faith. Because, well, I'm not heretic. Yeah, I know that feeling, But the very longest of times I actually used my good old-fashioned PlayStation 2. Because, well, the PlayStation 3 was, you know, when it came out was pricey as fuck. And then when I finally got my smudgy little paws on it, I was like, yay, happiness! And also I had to realize that Sony was just in the process of, you know, completely removing the downward compatibility of their consoles, which really put me off consoles in general. Next step, bought myself a PC. And I've never looked back. That was a pain in the ass, though. I was at the market with Michael. His attention was caught by the criminal chained in the pillory. I mean, yes, some mercy might be nice sometimes. You can be a counterpart to your brother who really likes to just walk away and go like, nee, don't care. That's a criminal. I like that on one hand, but we don't really have any, you know, vessels, which is a bit of a problem. I'm Republican. We're not Republic. Management maintenance per dread. I don't have any dread anyway. Monthly income per stress level plus 10. I mean, I will get stress, so. Stress is normal. I have a Serpentine Budai, which gives me stress gain -2. Okay. I do like it. This whole inventory system, kinda neat actually. It's a bit like an RPG. Just the smallest bit though. Which actually is the right direction for this game. Crusader Kings has always been a lot more a ruler manager than an actually kingdom or empire manager. Which actually allowed the game to be very great. Ah, Crusader Kings 2. I kinda want to play a nice little campaign, but I just don't find the fucking time to do it any longer. It's not for the moment. Do it personally. I'm pretty sure Zealand will profit of that. Once they stop being assholes. Which shouldn't actually take that long now that I think about it. Which isn't yeah, they are my little short keys. Which is the right one? This one. Still 7 months left until we have made them peaceful, and still 5 more until we actually make them German, which is, you know, a proper thing. Dutch, not so much. Can't call it a proper culture. Sure. Continue your investigation and find nothing. I mean, well, I guess it's something. Invested time. Better than you sitting around and doing nothing. I suppose. 3 months. Come on, you can do it. Almost believe in you. I'm not going to tell him that my son would probably make a better job. Oh, well, almost a better job than him, but, you know, something to keep in mind for the future. Now then, County of Zealand, become peaceful. Just because you pissed me off royally. Okay, we have peace, which means we get my full tax rate and we get all of the levies, which puts us at a whooping 748. Still a bit below what my liege has, but we're getting very fucking close. Mercenaries. A lot of money. It's really a lot of money. But it would kind of even our odds quite a bit, wouldn't it? Still, we would kind of need to save up a bit longer for that. Difficult. Really is difficult. Also, I'm a powerful vessel. Honestly, the interesting thing, I kind of started this was like, okay, let's actually do my usual thing, you know, start as a count and work myself up, which is how I usually like to play Crusader Kings game. The problem is, as a little one, I can't actually use the roller codes, I can't show you. Before I started the stream, I played around with it a bit, you know, just starting in game and looking at it. It looked interesting, but it's still like, I've spent far too much time playing Crusader Kings 2. And Crusader Kings 2 with all its DLCs is still miles ahead. It's a fun addition and all of the other stuff, like, you know, I made the things they're working, the directions they're going with, like the inventory system and stuff like this. It's the right direction. No doubt about it. Which is good because, well, recently, apart from Crusader Kings 3, Paradox hasn't really made me too happy, honestly. That's a generous way of saying it. Imperator Rome. Anyone? Yes, was fun. Yes, very, very, very fun times. We're had by all. Looks good. It's good. Is it worth its full price? You know, I don't think so. Wait for a fucking sale. Buy it then. At the very least, I'd say at the very least 25% less, and ideally I would see it 50% cheaper. In that case, well, that's money well spent for what you actually get out of it. Sadly, since today is actually going to be, well, it is a fucking weekday, and I'm kind of, you know, I can see the minutes ticking down from when I have to actually go to bed like a nice person, then sleep and be productive tomorrow again. Yeah, let's become extra vigilant. That sounds like a bad thing. But yeah, generally speaking, not bad. Practically speaking, I'm a bit unhappy with the pricing and, well, for what you get, it's, yeah, it's not enough. But I think we'll actually do a bit of a bigger showcase of the actual just chord system in a future stream, which is probably going to be, because I do plan to do a few double streams the next few days. You lose your house, hand hope on sickest mother money, blah blah blah, gets everything. And he would lose the opinion. Okay. Relearned of their secret. Good is always a joy. Yeah. Not bad, not good. Still rather neutral. When is this actually going to happen? Technically speaking, the idea is to do tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, each a double stream, and one of them will feature heavily the Royal Court nonsense to play around with. Also, the plan goes, at least. Because, you know, it would take me ages to get from my little position here to actually be powerful enough to use it in this particular playthrough, sadly enough. Then again, we can kind of change around, I guess. Could make a save game here and actually play with it a bit. It's actually not a bad idea. Let's actually change things around for a bit. Save the game, because I kind of would like to build myself up from here. It's how I like to play. Now, exit to my menu. Boom. New game. Who would actually be a good ruler to try this out on? I don't know if your name kind of sucks. I mean, there is somebody quite actually called Ludwig the German, you know. Can't really in good conscience not choose him, can I? My mouse is dragging itself over there. Ludwig the German. He's 61 at this point. You have two sons. One of them is Karl. That's not good. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I've actually played with him yet. What's his starting situation like? I don't even remember. But we'll find out. I have no lifestyle. Oh no, I will die. Strategy, authority. Yeah, the rest you can learn, I suppose. Now then. Royal Court. You can hold the court, exercise authority, as it is. And there's much to do here. Watch type, diplomatic, or scholarly. You can change that. Basically, different bonuses, of course, you know. Then we have the chosen language. High German. Very fitting. You can change it around, of course, too. Makes things easier. No, don't just throw me out of the menu. We have artifacts that we can place. You know, because we now have items in the game. So this whole system somewhat placed together is a way of saying it. It's neat. Because I do like it. Focusing more on the things is actually a very good idea. And I don't think we have all that much more to offer. We don't. Then we have grandeur levels. And basically, Europe is what it is. But yeah, as we can see, it's also, you know, a bit of money, and we're ranked the third in the world, which means we're the third most grandiose one. Dum dum dum. Let's actually hold court so you can actually see how this nonsense actually works out. Now photo mode. If I had actually, you know, built this all up, then I would probably enjoyed it, but not like this. Let's see what the text says. Shall we? In order to be a successful ruler, I must actually rule. Surprisingly enough. Officially inviting all of my subjects to travel to my castle, because to travel my castle doesn't really sound right, and petition me for aid. I will be able to stay informed, sway the balance of power, and visibly show the world that I am in charge. Who else would be in charge if not the bloody king? But, well, I guess there are puppet kings. Effects, as you can see, it will increase my court grandeur, makes us more important. And we will not be able to hold an husband for 5 years. It costs a measly amount of prestige. And you can tell the game to actually tell you when it's available again, because apparently people forget in 5 years' time. If this were 5 real years, I would be well understanding, but yeah. Easy enough. Look at him shining. Normal, shiny. Normal, shiny. Yeah. I mean, I'm 61, I get it that my wife would be my age, but I'm the bloody king. Why don't I have a concubine sitting there to just pretty up the room or something? Oh yeah, Prince Carl, you're talking to me. Let's get in here. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, but others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners, lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Step forward, peasant. I mean, you're not gonna be a peasant. I don't think I allow peasants in my fucking throne room. Over the last few days, I have heard tell of a mighty hero of the peasantry. We were just talking about peasants, weren't we? Who has won the hearts and minds of the common people through incredible deeds to matchless bravery. This hero, who goes by the name Albrecht, has been defending the small folk from the plebeian raiders. It has now traveled away to Baden to seek an audience with me. There's no doubt that Albrecht is a great hero. However, my court are adamant that I do not elevate a commoner beyond their station. My, would it be a shame. What can we do with you? We can make Albrecht, well, part of my household. What do you need? You could give him a nice position, which is going to anger Count Popo very much. I mean, his name is already angering enough for me, so yeah. We can give him some money. We can basically give him all our money. Well, to be fair, we just started this game, so I guess money is not that. And we can imprison him. Well, as a true tyrant, we shall, of course, imprison this impertinent peasant for his unbelievable crime of being good to the people. How dare he be good to the people? What, do we want people to get used to being treated like humans? We can't have that now, can we? What's the church gonna say about that? A peasant man stands before you, informing the court of his plea. Why are there so many peasants in my bloody courtroom, though? The recent war took a toll on the countryside, and we're not sure who the culprit was. They looted an important cultural site to us Swabians from Baden. Why is it Baden again? Please, we beseech you, spare some of your resources so we can see it restored. The peasant ends his request with a clumsy bow, a clear indicator of their low-born status. Yeah, I don't think we can afford any matter on this nonsense. Go away, peasantry. I paced with a loophole from Pon's sad eyes, which grow larger, more pitiful as his acquaintance Günther gently ushers him towards my throne. King, he laments. Boy has been at Kalman's court with no one to watch over him since the disappearance of his dear papa. Please, look to his future. What can be done with such a child? Well, unfortunately, that doesn't sound like a problem for the fucking crown, now does it? Conclusion. Dum. The last petitioner departs. Various courtiers followed him out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. You're gonna be like, that guy really hates the peasantry, doesn't he? Soon, the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely. The hum and bustle of normal country life taking its place. Badoo. That's the most basic bitch way of doing it. Well, I mean, you get a few different things. As I said before, I kind of only played around with it a little bit. It's neat. But, you know, it's basically just one more way to waste a bit of time in between. Honestly, other things like my little inventory system, this one, have pleased me far more greatly. This is a very nice addition. Lucky nice addition to it, mildly. Because this is the way the game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot more focused on your characters, your rulers, and not your fucking empire. If you want another fucking empire simulator, I mean, you could always just continue playing Europa Universalis 4, I guess. Which is, well, to be very much fair, not a bad game at all, actually. Just a very different breed of game, to put it mildly. But yeah, now you at least have a bit of an idea of how the whole system works. And, well, since I personally haven't really done much more than this, as you can see, we're kind of growing. We're growing, slowly but surely. So, you know, stuff to build up and nonsense. Not that different actually from your actual counties and stuff that you rule and build up as you see fit. And then, before we actually do anything else, let me actually take a look here, because I don't think I've played with good old the German here. Actually, how the fuck do you gain the title? Would very much like to know how you gain the title of the German, because that sounds like a freaking challenge to me. I wanna duel this out with some flamethrowers somewhere. Maybe potentially. Kingdom. Okay, yeah. Okay, that explains why everybody comes from Baden, because I'm actually the ruler, the direct ruler of the country of Baden. Explanations. Nice. I'm also the king of Bavaria. That's saying something about you. I'm not too sure if that is a good thing to say, though. Bavaria. Such a special little place. I kind of think the Bavarians in general have never really forgotten that they were once a kingdom, and are still kind of acting like it. A bit of an interesting situation sometimes that leads to very special people. Okay, this is my little. Yeah. Kingdom of East Francia. Yes. A whooping 17 playmates. Oh yeah, this is actually this point in history. Yeah, we have the three major players around. West Francia, East Francia, and a bit of, you know, good old thing in between to make it really, really uncomfortable for everybody involved. Burgundy's around, Italy's around, which means the Lombardis have done their little horrible nonsense. How does Spain look? Very invaded, I would say. That is a nice way of saying it, yes. The Umayyad around. Actually, I think they're around to stay, aren't they? Oh, England is unified. As is Ireland. Norway has already finished its nonsense and become actually Norway. As has Sweden. Denmark is around. Poland is around. Lithuania is around. Actually a bit of a nice interesting change, because in the when you start at the very earliest you actually have Prussia around. Now we have Lithuania. Da-da-da-dum. No. Who actually... Why don't I get any... Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot. Who actually holds good old Danzig at this point? Right now, Greater Poland. I guess the Poles do have a bit of a claim to that particular area. And then there's Little Prussia. Little Prussia, you shall become big in time. And then you shall be ruled by an asshole who's like, what? Getting a crown by the people? Nope. Don't care about it. Yeah. Sadly, one look at my little clock tells me that I have actually overstayed my welcome by... It will be 25 minutes already. Which means I need to return to being a productive member of society by falling asleep most viciously and hopefully quickly. But yes, as I kinda already said, we will return to this one and play with it a bit more. Either by playing up my little account until he actually becomes powerful enough to have its own little bot going on, which is actually what I would prefer to do. I tried reloading one of my older save games. The game didn't like that, to put it mildly. That's also the main reason why I started anew. Otherwise we would have a nice little individual kingdom to play around with. Well, we'll try to achieve that one way or another. It's probably gonna take a while. Either that or we're actually gonna play... who would actually be a good empire to play? And honestly, at this point in time, if you do have any suggestions as to what you would like to see as, you know, either an empire or kingdom, so we can play around a bit more with the court system thing, well, just let me know. I'm open to suggestions at the very least. Otherwise, you know, maybe just Byzantine Empire or something. You can never really go wrong with the Byzantine Empire. It's full of nice things. And revolts. And bloodshed. And, well, depending on how you play it, either blinding people or castrating them over and over again. I remember that. Times were had by everybody. But apart from the now blind and castrated people, but... well, as long as you're not one of them, not much of a problem, eh? But yeah, funs and jokes aside, I shall have to bid you adieu at this moment, and thanks for dropping by. It is very much appreciated, of course. As for easily nameable ones, we have the little Papagag. Actually, we have 2 appearances, one from the Twitch side and one from the YouTube side. Thanks for dropping by, very nice. Then we have your anus god, a whooping 69 to it. He has not only dropped by, but he has also followed, which means he's very much appreciated, of course. Very, very highly appreciated. Also, the name is just... the name is nice. I give him that much, honestly. And, you know, even though he had to add a 69 to the end there, it is a very, very well thought out and chosen number there. Very much so. That's the kind of people I want to have around, just so I can say the name and feel good about it. As for everybody else, more on the lurking side of things. More people, basically, because I do tend to be more on the lurking side than anything else. Well, happens because I usually, you know, don't have time to watch streams apart from when I'm at work, and then I can't really invest much extra attention span into it, apart from listening quietly and nicely to it. Which makes me much lurking. Much often. Yes, very much so. Thanks very much to you as well. Pat yourself on the shoulder, because you have done a good deed, a good job. I also found this particular place of the internet, so that alone, you know, speaks volumes about your ingenuity. Yes, very much so. And is there anything else I needed to mention? No, I think everything else we can talk about tomorrow. Because I will be back, of course, tomorrow. Tomorrow is, as we all know, Friday. The plan is to do a double stream, so some around the afternoon for me. And the usual Pillars of Eternity 2 stream in the evening. It kind of depends on how things pan out work-wise. That's usually how it is. I do like the pictures though. Look at that little... But I mean, this one has a far better facial expression. But yeah, if things pan out good, we might actually see this game again at the earliest tomorrow. Otherwise, it's gonna be somewhere on the weekend, and I'm gonna plan a bit more time because, well, it's a Crusader Kings game. If you think you can get anything done quickly, you're kinda on the wrong kinda game, to put it very nicely, actually. So yeah, there's that. It will be back. Just don't... let's just say I don't promise you tomorrow, but I promise you somewhere along the weekend. Yes, that sounds more reasonable. Everything else would be an outright lie, and, well, let's stay clear of that, shall we not? For the moment, at least. Yeah. You know, we can talk about the... Because tomorrow I should at least be able to see how the weekend works out. Saturday is for the moment planned as a half a day at work. I do have some other stuff to do after that, but it should not take longer than an hour, so yeah. But the problem with it should and it would and it could, it's nice, but I prefer a good dose of reality to that. So once I can actually oversee where we're going, I shall let you know. With this, it shall be bye-bye for the moment. Have a good one, and